Today we're making a different kind of jollof rice. I use my normal standard jollof rice procedure, but we're going to be making it a little bit different. And at the end of the day, you'll tell me if you think you like it like this or you prefer the original jollof recipe. So if you're interested in seeing how I make this deliciousness, keep watching. These are the ingredients. We're using bay leaf because bay leaf is standard in jollof rice. I'll be using some vegetables and they include carrots and I've chopped them in little pieces. I have some sliced red onion as well, and then I have some green beans that I've cut into little sizes. So basically the vegetable we use for fried rice. I'll also be using some green bell pepper that I cut into little sizes, and I'll be using red bell pepper as well. You can use any color of peppers that you like. I have some spring onions and this always helps with the finishing and a lovely aroma. And I have some butter. You guys, I always put butter in my jollof. If you're not doing it, you need to start. Then of course we have curry powder. I do not cook jollof rice without curry powder. It is important. And then we have our tomato puree here. This particular tomato puree is the type that has pepper, onion, like it has everything inside basically. Then I have my own tomato puree, which was made out of tomato, tatashe, onions and pepper. I blended it all together and then I boiled it till the water reduced. That's why it's like this. Now we have a very important ingredient. This is stock, and this is not just any kind of stock. This is goat meat stock. Goat meat stock is my preferred stock for jollof rice or beef stock. So if you have that, use it. You will love it. And then I'm using basmati rice for this recipe. You can use regular rice, you can use any kind of rice. I've showed you a video of the types of basmati rice or the types of rice I use for cooking. So I will link that below so you can see the exact rice I use for this recipe. This is how I prepared my goat meat. So I added some onion, some curry powder because I know I'm using it for rice, and then some thyme. I also added some salt for seasoning and then some ground powder because I love a bit of heat in my food. I added some beef stock, some garlic and some ginger, and then we're going to add water, mix everything together and allow it to cook till it is soft. Once the meat has boiled and is cooked, I'm going to fry it, and that's because I want to use this oil. The oil that you use for the goat meat is going to add so much flavor to your jollof, you're not going to believe it. So I always do not miss this step, especially when I'm making jollof for like a party, get together, friends, or just anybody coming over. I like to use this method. So once we fry the meat, we're going to retain the oil, and that's what we're going to use to continue our jollof rice. The method of jollof rice I'm showing you today is like amazing standard jollof rice. If you have my recipe book, you would have seen it. If you do not have my recipe book, aka my cookbook, grab a copy. The link is in the description. Also, I have a food timetable if you need meal ideas and inspiration. I have one that can last for like 6 months, so check it out in the description box. Now I'm pouring my goat meat oil, flavored oil, into my stainless pot. This is the jollof pot in my house. Everybody knows once we bring this pot out, it is jollof o'clock. So we add the onion and we allow it to fry a bit and add the bay leaves, and that just gives it a lot of flavor. At this point, I like to add the curry powder and then the thyme, and you need to mix everything together so that all the flavors will come out. At this point, you begin to perceive a very delicious aroma. Now it is time to add the tomato puree. So you add the tomato puree first so that it cooks, and this one doesn't take long to cook. In about 5 minutes, it is ready. Once that is cooked, I'll add my own tomato paste, and then I'll just add some seasoning. I'm adding some beef stock seasoning, and I'm also adding some salt that will be enough for the rice. So now we're going to cook this down, and the color will change when it is done. It will go from bright red to like dark red. At this point, I add my stock, mix everything together, and then we add our rice. So once I like to add the rice first before adding the water I'm using for the jollof, because you do not want to drown your rice in water. You just need enough water to cook this rice, and please, during the process of cooking your jollof, do not add more water. So make sure at the beginning stage you add the water that the rice requires. So because I've been doing it for many years, I just know how to gauge it. So you just add your water. You see the level of water I'm using. A lot of mistakes people make is they put so much water in the sauce. By the time they put their rice, it becomes over diluted, it becomes mushy. You don't need water to cook your jollof. What you need is steam to cook your jollof. So now, while the jollof is cooking and steaming, because let me tell you guys something, this particular jollof is going to burn, and that's why I'm using the stainless steel pot, and that's because I want the smoky flavor. If you don't want the smoky flavor, then don't let it burn. You can use a non-stick pan. But because I want that firewood smoky flavor, I'm going to use the stainless steel pot and allow it to just, you can perceive it burning, just leave it, okay? So while that is cooking and slightly burning, we will pan fry the vegetables. I like to start with the onion, and then I put the green beans and carrot and the bell peppers, and I just put everything together almost at the same time. You do not want to over fry your vegetables because you do not want them soggy in the rice, because you know the residual heat from the rice is still going to cook this further. So you need it to still maintain a bit of its crunch and color. Also, when you're stir frying your vegetables, make sure you season it. Just add a little bit of salt and you're good. And then you continue to stir fry till you begin to perceive the aroma of fried pepper. There's a way you can perceive it. The aroma of fried bell pepper comes to you, and once you get that, just turn off the cooker and then just keep stir frying so that it doesn't overcook. Now the jollof is done, and as you can see, some of that smokiness is there. You can see the smoke, and then now we're just going to add our stir-fried vegetables to the rice. Now this is the stage I like to add my butter, because it gives it this velvety texture and it gives it a lot of flavor. I did this in my party jollof rice video and a lot of people loved it. That video has over 1 million views now, so check it out. So we're just going to mix everything, and then this is the point I like to add my spring onions, because it adds such brightness. It does not need to get cooked, and it gives a lovely flavor. And this method of making jollof rice is so delicious, you guys. If you've never added vegetable in your jollof rice, you should try it. Definitely try it. If you want to add shrimp, you can add shrimp. You can add anything you want. It's just jollof is the base that will carry everything. I hope you give this recipe a try. If you do, I know you will like it. Please tag me on social media. Tag me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can even make a YouTube video about it. I don't mind. Just give credit that, oh, Sisi Yemmie showed me how to do it like this, and I would definitely love to see it. Thank you for watching today's video. I will see you in my next one. On your way out, don't forget to check the description box because there are lots of goodies there. You can get a copy of my cookbook or my food timetable. I'd appreciate that.